Most marketing starts with a massive psychological blind spot. We write copy that sounds polished and professional, but it remains invisible to the buyer because it lacks the context of their daily lives. We confuse sounding like a real company with making a real connection. This mock-up shows two different ads for the same software. On the left is standard corporate messaging, promising a fast, reliable accounting platform. On the right, the messaging targets the exact stomach-dropping frustration of chasing down unpaid invoices at 4 p.m. on a Friday. Today, we are going to fix this. Over the next few minutes, we will walk through a rewrite of your own underperforming copy using the core principle of emotional specificity. To do this, you need two things. First, grab a piece of your marketing copy that is underperforming, like an ad, a landing page header, or an email campaign. Second, open a brand new blank text document. The human brain naturally filters out broad claims to save energy. When a message is too general, it fails to trigger the relevance signal required for a customer to stop and read. Step 1 is dismantling the corporate shield. We have to identify the language that customers have been trained to ignore through overexposure. Look at your current copy. Scan it for standard marketing buzzwords. You're looking for terms like quality, value, premium, or innovative. Here is a diagram of a standard generic mattress advertisement. It reads, "We provide high-quality sleep solutions for maximum value." Now we systematically eliminate those terms. We cross out high quality, solutions, and maximum value. While these words are grammatically correct, they carry no weight. They lack the internal emotional context required to hold a reader's attention because they don't describe a specific experience. Leaving generic words in place forces the customer to do the heavy mental work of translating what quality actually means for them. When forced to do that work, they usually tune out. Now that we've cleared the clutter, we need a new structure. We are going to isolate the precise internal state of your buyer right before they decide to purchase. This matrix maps out the 4 primary triggers of emotional specificity: frustrations, routines, insecurities, and goals. Look at your product and select the single quadrant that it most directly addresses. For our mattress example, we are looking at a daily frustration and routine. Write down the visceral thought your customer experiences in that routine, right before they seek a solution. For the mattress, it is staring at the ceiling at 2 a.m., calculating how much sleep you'll get. Targeting a recognized human experience creates a shock of familiarity. It signals to the brain that this message is personally relevant. Step 3. We take your core product offer and combine it with that newly identified specific emotion. Warning tone. This is where people make the most common mistake. Avoid describing the brand's passion for the product. Focus instead on describing the customer's actual reality. This interface shows the rewrite for the mattress. We merge the offer with the 2 a.m. reality. Silence the 2 a.m. racing thoughts. Finally, get the deep rest you need to actually enjoy your mornings. Go to your blank document. Combine your product's primary benefit with the internal thought you wrote down in the previous step. Using the customer's internal language creates a shared reality between the brand and the buyer. This alignment leads to a faster connection than polished design alone. Before we deploy this, we run a final validation step to ensure your message has moved past generic advertising language. Read your draft aloud. Does it sound like a real human conversation you might have with a friend, or does it sound like a corporate brochure? This split screen compares the two approaches. Premium sleep on the left is a broad promise. Silence the 2 a.m. racing thoughts on the right is a specific experience. To pass this test, your text must describe an instantly recognizable routine or frustration that your customer already feels internally. When a brand articulates a familiar emotion accurately, buyers often assume the brand understands their needs more deeply. This perception of understanding is what helps reduce skepticism during the buying process. Compare the invisible corporate speak you started with to the specific, memorable message you have now. Next, apply this. Place this specific copy into a live ad campaign, landing page, or email blast to see how your audience responds. This approach creates differentiation naturally. You are speaking to the customer's experience, while others are still relying on hollow buzzwords. Messaging becomes more memorable when a customer feels personally understood. If you found this framework helpful, subscribe for more marketing guides.